Ladies and gentlemen, this session is going to be started. Will you please be seated? Good afternoon, distinguished guests. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Forum Session on Chinese Tourism Market. On the occasion of the opening of the ITB Berlin in this great city, it is a great honor to co-host this Chinese Tourism Market Forum. This forum is aimed to give an in-depth analysis on the Chinese outbound tourism resources destination, Chinese tourism market development trend, and updated information about outbound tourism and outbound travel market survey data. Since we have a very tight schedule this afternoon, this forum will be a very short one, which will last only 30 minutes. We are honored to have His Excellency Mr. Roger Kako, Tourism Minister of the Côte d'Ivoire, to be with us. Warmly welcome His Excellency. Present today are WTC city members from China and other parts of the world, to whom I also wish to extend our warm greetings and welcome. To begin with, I would like to invite Mr. Li Baochun, Deputy Secretary General of the World Tourism Cities Federation, to deliver a speech. Now the floor is yours, please.
Good afternoon. My presentation is named the Chinese Tourism Market, Insight, Interest, Development, and Trend. My presentation is divided into the sixth part. It's China inbound and outbound market, also Chinese the market research on Chinese the consumption. Also, I've introduced the WTCF as well as the program China Outbound Tourism Quality Service Certification Program, and also we'll talk about WTCF, the Xiangshan, I mean Fragrant Hills, the Summit 2016 in Chongqing, city of China. About China inbound tourism market, we can have an idea it's very stable. Both for those the figure here, in the large column is the total number for overseas, the inbound. The short one is only for tourists from foreign countries. And this is the sources, the structure for the larger part is large part is the visitors from Hong Kong, Macau, and Taiwan. It's overseas traveler to China. Now it's in Asia, it's the main resources is Korea and Japan, and Europe is Russia is the biggest one, and in the America and the oceanic country, in the USA and Canada, and also the Australia is ranked the top 3. And now I'd like to elaborate more about outbound the market here. Global international outbound tourism is maintained closely about a 4% level. And also we can find in the past 13 years increased over 10 times. Now we're back to China outbound tourism markets. Its growth rate maintained around 9% in recent 2 or 3 years, and the total number last year already hit 120 million people. This is the figure in different year. We can find the growth stable, but roughly at 9%, and maintain roughly the 7 to 8 years. And this is for the booming markets, it's the trend. And now it is the structure of the Chinese outbound traveler is the destination, mainly is the Asian countries. Yeah. And the next is the American and Europe. For traditional tourist operator, their market share maintains roughly the 1/4 to 1/3. The first figure is organized by the travel agencies. It's a comparison about the outbound tourism markets with in the international level is we can find that it's international tourism arrivals increase about 4 to 5%, and the top 5 resources is a country is China, USA, Germany, Russia, and the UK. Now, this is a tour operator and travel agencies. There's a growth rate maintained very fast. Now, I want to elaborate more about the market research did by the WTCF, the World Tourism City Federation. This is the number of the Chinese outbound trips, and they are the growth rate. The yellow one is the growth rate. It's overseas consumption and their growth rate. Now, this indicates the destination of the Chinese outbound market. The mainly focus on the Asia is account for the 77%, and the next is the Europe is only the 32%. And for Chinese traveler, is the age distribution. We can find the tourist born in the years 1980s and the 1990s is account for more than 50%, and for those in 1980s account for 44.89%. It's marketed in the young guys and young peoples. It's the travel time selection for the Chinese. It is for a European city and the European operator. They should take consideration about this phenomena, because China, most of the people choose the time for overseas travel in holidays, particularly long holidays. In China, the traditional long holiday is the Spring Festival and the National Day, usually 5 to 7 days. And with the popularity of the paid holiday, probably in the next coming year, this situation will be changed. But for the time being, the Chinese prefer to travel on the holiday days, and particularly for the long trip. This is the travel form. We can find it is for the guided group. It account for the 1/3. The rest either is semi-independence or independence. That means is the tourist operator only account for the market share 1/3. This is the tourist purpose for the Chinese tourists: the sightseeing and the lectures, the shopping among the top 3. And the specific concern are the language barrier and the cultural differences. Those are typical Chinese the understanding for the Western countries. For those the factor attracts the tourists to make decision is the natural landscape among the top. The travel purpose of Chinese outbound is popularity and the food and the promotion marketing and the shopping. Those are very important for Chinese tourists. The information that Chinese people concentrates on the attraction and the eating and accommodation and also the shopping. Also the information channel, they got information, particularly the focus on the domestic the tourism websites and also the official websites. Now here I want to point out the microblog and the WeChat are very popular in China, particularly in China there are more than 650 million WeChat users. WeChat is very useful in China for many Chinese. It's equivalent to the WhatsApp in the States. For the city and the destination promotion marketing maker, some suggestion probably useful. That is open the official Chinese websites, and it's a micro WeChat, developing Chinese mobile app clients. Overseas shopping amount is from this we can find for the high-end market it's around the 5,000, little bit less than the 5,000 US dollar. For the low-end markets on the left is roughly 500,000 to 800 US dollars. Now this is the average for the package travel. Long distance is nearly 4,000 US dollar. For the short distance, it's nearly 2,000 US dollar. Those figures includes the air tickets. For the independent travelers, its average is roughly the 1/3 is higher than the package group. Now I want to take the opportunity to introduce the WTCF. The WTCF is an international organization with focus on the city. Established in 2020, in 2012. Now we have the 159 members from the 51 countries, including 106 cities. And almost all the international famous tourism cities have joined the WTCF. There are 26 Chinese cities joined the WTCF. Besides the city member, there are 53 institution members. We call it non-city members. Our non-city members is covering transportation, is the travel tourist operator and the banks and insurance and also some the scenery and also the media, mass media institutions. This is the V-Media, the platform WTCF provides for the members. The WTCF boasts the gateway platform of the information, the data, the training, and the activity, and also academics. Now here I'd like to introduce the China Outbound Tourism Quality Service Certification Program. It's a QSC program, probably is very important for those institutions who want to do Chinese business. This program is directly guided by the China Association of Travel Services and also WTCF, and supported by the top and leading the Chinese outbound operator. It's recommended for overseas supply. So it's helped the Chinese tourists to attain the trust, comfortable, and quality services, in fact. For those agencies got the benefits and get the certification can enjoy the benefits, particularly in the marketing with Chinese travelers and buyers, the trust, and also the branding, the recognition, and also the, some promotion to Chinese outbound tour operator. This program, the services, is the its needs regional or the city level is the Tourism Bureau's recommendation, and also QSC's Corporated Chinese Outbound Tour Operator. And certainly including the WTCF as a guide, is directed the agencies for who are to be able to join the QSC program, which including the travel agencies, hotels, shopping centers, and tourist attraction, restaurant, and transportation services, and the travel financial services. For the procedures, that's the registration and the submitted the application, and it needs the approval. And then we can do some getting privilege the rights of the promotion. The last I want to talk about a little about the WTCF, the Chongqing Fragrant Hills Tourism Summit. On the September the 18th to 21st in Chongqing, is the city of China. The WTCF will organize and host its summit with the theme the shared economy and the tourism city developments. The contents including will come the meeting, the General Assembly, the opening ceremony, and particularly we have the promotional conference and the marketplace, and also we have the tourism exhibition. So on behalf of WTCF, welcome to WTCF Chongqing Fragrant Hills, and also we welcome some agencies who are interested in joining the WTCF as a member. We welcome you. Also, my colleague will be distributing some material if you are interested in there. WTCF boasts a gateway for cooperation among the members, particularly with the stronger background of China, because the WTCF secretaries are based in China, and all the top leading the Chinese tourist operator are the WTCF the members. In addition, we have the 4 branches. They are aviation and tourism-related business, and also mass media. And also we have the expert committee. This year we are going to set up the cruises branch and the investment branch. So WTCF, though very young, but we still will grow steadily. Welcome your join. Welcome your participation. Thank you.
Now let's welcome His Excellency Mr. Roger Kako Tourism Minister of the Côte d'Ivoire to address the forum. Welcome.
Thank you very much. My name is Roger Kakou. I'm the Minister of Tourism of Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, for those who don't speak French. Côte d'Ivoire is a 23 million people country in West Africa. It's today the economic leader in the sub-region of West Africa, Sub-Sahara Africa, with a growth rate of approximate 9% for the last 9 years. Very rich country, mainly agricultural country, and from a touristic point of view, I can say that we are developing a different niche in Côte d'Ivoire. Of course, we have 550 kilometers of coast on the Atlantic Ocean. We have very rich cultural tourism because the country is about 60 different ethnical groups, each one with its own culture, its own art, gastronomic, dress code, etc. We have ecotourism because the country has a lot of park and natural reserve. Also the religious tourism. We have the largest basilica in the world, larger than St. Peter in Rome, in our capital city of Yamoussoukro, and very old, 100 years old mosque in the north of the country. And of course, we are also working on agro-tourism because it's a great agricultural country. We are the first world producer of cocoa. A lot of people around the world eat chocolate all year round, but the chocolate is coming from cocoa in Côte d'Ivoire. So it's a very rich touristic country. And we're happy to be part of WTCF. We are happy to have been accepted in this great organization. We signed last year in Beijing, and again our membership was officialized in Rabat last September in Morocco, and we think that it's a great tool to develop and boost the development of touristic cities. So Abidjan, which is the economic and commercial capital of Côte d'Ivoire, is now a member of WTCF. We are very happy. We thank you very much for accepting us. Yeah. And obviously we encourage more cities to join WTCF. We think it's a great tool, and we think that we'll soon be able to host the General Assembly in Côte d'Ivoire to show our potential. I hope that during the next General Assembly, which we'll be attending in China, we will present our will be a candidate to host one of these great meetings from all touristic countries around the world. So thank you to WTCF for accepting us, to have us with you this afternoon. Have a great ITB. I thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for your wonderful remarks, and certainly your kind words really touched us since WTCF is developing, and we have won the support from the friend countries and cities from all over the world. And thank you very much indeed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to bring this session to a close. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you.